All right, welcome back to Learn to Draw with Mrs. Bryson. We're going to draw a character that I've drawn a lot in my life, and we are going to draw Mickey Mouse. So my story about this particular character is when I was in high school, I used to babysit a little girl whose name was Tess. And when Tess was 2 years old, she really liked Mickey Mouse, and I could keep her entertained for hours by drawing Mickey Mouse. Now, I did not know at the time, but when her mom drew Mickey Mouse looked a little bit like this. However, I did not know this, so I looked up a picture of Mickey Mouse on my phone and I drew Mickey Mouse looking pretty much the way he's going to look today, and she just loved it. So I've drawn a lot of Mickey Mouse. When I babysat her, I drew Mickey Mouse a lot, and I've drawn him a lot since then. My daughter Lauren really likes Mickey Mouse, so I've drawn him quite a bit for her as well. So to start off today, we're going to actually start with the middle of his face, and then we're going to work out from there. So we're going to start out with a slightly curved line, which is going to be the top of where his nose is. And then we're going to draw his two eyes. And we can add his pupils. And then right underneath that, we're going to draw an oval, which is going to be his nose. Okay. Next, right underneath his nose, we're going to draw a smiley face for his mouth. You can put a little U on either side for the corners of where his smile are. And then we're going to draw the bottom of his mouth going down from there. We're going to add his tongue. And you can color his mouth in. All right, and you can hopefully start to see already that it looks a little bit like Mickey Mouse. Next, we're going to draw the lines that go around his face. So we're going to start in between his two eyes, and we're going to draw around and come down next to the side of his eye and stop. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to start in between his eyes, go around his eye, come down by his mouth, and stop. The top almost looks like the top of a heart, but we're not going to connect it down to a point. And then to finish off this part, we're going to curve around the outside of his mouth, and the same thing on the other side. We're going to curve around the outside of his mouth. All right. Next, the top of his head is more circular, so we're going to just add some lines to what we have so far to make the top of his head more round. And you can go ahead and color those in. Okay, and then of course on top of his head, you need the classic Mickey Mouse ears. Now, part of what I used to do to entertain the 2-year-old that I used to babysit for is I would leave the ears undone like this, and I would let her color them in. And they take quite a bit of time to color in, so I'm just going to let those alone right now. All right, so we've got the head done. We're going to move on to his body. All right, so from his head, we're going to make a curved line going to the side. And then on the other side, we're going to make a slightly longer line curving down to the side. Okay, at the bottom, this is going to be where his shorts will be. I'm going to draw a little line down, and then about halfway in, we're going to draw a line down and over to the other side. We're going to draw a curved line where the top of his shorts are. And then we need those classic Mickey buttons at the top of his shorts. Okay, same thing with his body. You can go ahead and color that in. That'll take me a little bit to do with the dry erase marker, but feel free to color that in on your drawing at home. All right, to make it easier for ourselves for this drawing, we're going to avoid doing his hands. So we're going to draw him with his hands behind his back. And he does stand like that sometimes. We're going to do two lines that kind of look like triangles. His arms going behind his back. Okay. Last thing we need to do is his legs and his feet. We're going to draw two lines coming down from each shorts leg. We're going to make it curved at the bottom to where they go into his shoes. We're going to draw like a C shape, but laying down to be the tops of his shoes. Okay, this foot is going to come out front this way. We'll have a little curve showing where the top of his shoe is. And then this shoe is going to go out to the side this way. All right, so there you have how to draw Mickey Mouse. Now, the other secret that I have, which I also used for entertaining my 2-year-old for a really long time, is that we can do something really simple to Mickey Mouse's face to change it into Minnie Mouse. Now, it doesn't change the body. That would be a whole different lesson. But for changing Mickey into Minnie Mouse, I'm going to show you Mickey Mouse's face and what to do to real quick change Mickey Mouse into Minnie Mouse. All right, so we're going to start off the same way. Okay. Curve for the nose. Draw in the eyes. Draw in the pupils. Oval for the nose. Smile under the nose. Bring it down into the mouth. Add a tongue. Color in the mouth. This is the same thing we did before with Mickey. Okay, we're going to start in between the eyes, go around. In between the eyes, go around. We're going to bring it back down around the rest of his face. Okay, make the head more circular. Color those in. Okay, so we've got the basic Mickey Mouse head shape. Now, there are only two things you need to do to take Mickey Mouse and turn it into Minnie Mouse. Two important things. We need to add some eyelashes. Okay, and she needs a bow on the top of her head. So for the bow, we're going to make a backward C shape. We're going to curve around to make the bow over here. We're going to curve around to make the bow over here. We're going to add some lines. And you've got a bow, at which point you can now add your ears and color them in. So you now know how to draw Mickey Mouse, and you have the little trick to take the Mickey Mouse face and turn it into a Minnie Mouse face. If you are not satisfied with your first drawing, try it again. The best way to get better as an artist is to keep practicing. So I hope you keep practicing at home and that you tune in tomorrow for another Learn How to Draw with Mrs. Bryson. Have a great evening.